The Titanic, one of the most famous ships in history, was a luxury liner that set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City on April 10, 1912. The ship was considered to be unsinkable due to its advanced safety features, but on April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg and sank in the early hours of April 15, 1912, resulting in the deaths of over 1,500 passengers and crew. The discovery of the Titanic's wreckage was a significant event in maritime history. On September 1, 1985, a team of American and French researchers led by Robert Ballard, a marine geologist, located the wreckage of the Titanic on the ocean floor using a remote-controlled submersible. The wreckage was found at a depth of about 12,500 feet, 3,800 meters, in the North Atlantic Ocean. The discovery of the Titanic was the first time that the wreckage of a major shipwreck had been located and explored in such detail. The discovery of the Titanic's wreckage provided new insights into the disaster and the ship itself. The research team was able to capture photographs and footage of the ship's remains, as well as retrieve artifacts from the wreckage. These artifacts included personal items belonging to the passengers and crew, such as jewelry, clothing, and even a safe containing valuable documents. The Antikythera shipwreck is an ancient Greek shipwreck that dates back to the 1st century BC. The ship was discovered in 1900 by sponge divers who stumbled upon the wreckage while diving off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. The shipwreck is famous for the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient analog computer that was recovered from the site. The Antikythera mechanism is a complex device that is believed to have been used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. The mechanism is made up of a series of gears and inscriptions and is considered to be one of the most technologically advanced devices of its time. The mechanism was studied extensively by scientists and is considered to be a significant find in the history of technology and science. The Antikythera shipwreck is also significant for the wealth of other artifacts that were recovered from the site. The ship was carrying a cargo of luxury items and artworks that provide an insight into the lives of the ancient Greeks. The artifacts recovered from the site include pottery, glassware, jewelry, and sculptures. The shipwreck is also an important site for marine archaeology as it is one of the oldest known shipwrecks. The Bismarck was a German battleship that was launched in 1939 and played a significant role in World War II. The ship, under the command of Admiral Gunther Lütjens, sailed from Germany on May 18, 1941, on a mission to disrupt British naval operations in the North Atlantic. On May 27, 1941, the Bismarck engaged the British battlecruiser HMS Hood in the Denmark Strait, sinking the Hood and severely damaging the battleship HMS Prince of Wales. However, on May 29, 1941, the Bismarck was located and engaged by British naval forces, and despite putting up a fierce resistance, it was finally sunk by British naval vessels and a flight of Swordfish aircraft from HMS Ark Royal on May 27. The loss of the Bismarck was a significant blow to the German Navy, as it was one of the largest and most powerful ships in their fleet. The discovery of the Bismarck's wreckage was a significant event in maritime history. On June 8, 1989, a team of American and French researchers led by Robert Ballard, the same person who found the Titanic, located the wreckage of the Bismarck on the ocean floor using a remote-controlled submersible. The wreckage was found at a depth of about 15,700 feet, 4,800 meters, in the Atlantic Ocean, about 300 miles west of Brest, France. The USS Monitor was an ironclad warship of the United States Navy, built during the American Civil War. It was the first ironclad warship commissioned by the U.S. Navy, and it played a historic role in the Battle of Hampton Roads on March 9, 1862, when it fought against the Confederate ironclad CSS Virginia, formerly USS Merrimack. This battle marked the first time that two ironclad ships fought each other, and it is considered to be a turning point in naval warfare. The USS Monitor was designed by the inventor John Erickson, who proposed the idea of an ironclad ship to the U.S. Navy. The ship was built in just 100 days, and it was equipped with a revolutionary revolving gun turret, which allowed the ship to fire in any direction without having to turn the entire ship. The ship was also heavily armored, which made it almost invulnerable to enemy fire. The Black Swan is a term popularized by Nassim Nicholas Taleb in his book The Black Swan, The Impact of the Highly Improbable. The term refers to an event that is highly improbable, has a major impact, and is often rationalized in retrospect as if it was predictable. Black swans can be positive or negative, and they have a significant impact on society, science, and the economy. The concept of the black swan is based on the idea that humans have a tendency to overestimate their ability to predict and control events, and they tend to focus on the things they know, while ignoring the things they don't know. As a result, They are not prepared for events that are highly unlikely but have a major impact. The underwater city of Xicheng, also known as the Lion City, is a submerged ancient city located in the Qian'an Lake in China. The city was built during the Eastern Han Dynasty, 25 to 220 AD, and was once a bustling center of trade and politics. It was flooded in 1959 when the Shinan River hydroelectric station was built, and the city has been underwater for over 60 years. The city was rediscovered in 2001 by a team of Chinese archaeologists, and since then, several expeditions have been conducted to explore the city and document its history. The city covers an area of around 62 football fields, and it is believed to have been home to around 30,000 people at its peak. The Yonaguni Monument is a large underwater rock formation located off the coast of the island of Yonaguni, Japan. The formation is believed to have been created by natural processes, such as weathering and erosion, but some researchers argue that it is the remains of an ancient man-made structure. The Yonaguni Monument was discovered in 1987 by a diver named Kiichiro Aratake, and since then, it has been the subject of much debate and research. The formation is made up of large sandstone and mudstone blocks, and it has a number of features that resemble man-made structures, such as terraces, staircases, and a large flat platform. The SS Thistlegorm was a British cargo ship that was sunk during World War II by a German bombing raid. The ship is now a popular diving site located in the Red Sea near the Egyptian coast. The ship was built in 1940 and was used to transport supplies and equipment to the British troops in North Africa. The ship was loaded with a wide variety of cargo, including vehicles, motorcycles, railway carriages, and ammunition. On October 6, 1941, the SS Thistlegorm was on its way to Alexandria, Egypt when it was spotted by a German aircraft. The ship was then bombed and sank in the early hours of the morning. The ship now lies on its port side in around 30 meters of water, and it is considered one of the most famous shipwrecks in the world. The SS President Coolidge was a luxury ocean liner that was converted into a troopship during World War II. The ship was sunk on October 26, 1942, after it struck 2 mines while entering the harbor of Espiritu Santo Island in the Pacific Ocean. The wreck of the SS President Coolidge is now a popular diving site and is considered one of the best wreck dives in the world. The SS President Coolidge was built in 1931 and was operated by the Dollar Steamship Line. It was one of the largest and most luxurious liners of its time, with amenities such as a swimming pool, a gymnasium, and a ballroom. In 1941, the ship was requisitioned by the United States Army and was used to transport troops and supplies to the Pacific theater of the war.